just to yourself this time.
Yeah, I think we're live. It like kind of stuttered. It's like, maybe you want the chat, maybe you don't. I don't know. I think we're rolling now though. Um,
I got
yeah, if
Jay
you want
Sean
chat,
down in the background.
yeah. But oh, I'm on the seating bracket already. Would you look at that? We're gonna just play some of FD Irwindale from last year.
Oh
Um,
yeah, you probably got lots of that.
well, this is just FD's live stream, top 16. But
Oh,
yeah, I do. Yeah, honestly, Irwindale is one of my favorite tracks to shoot. Just because like there's some really cool shots you can get, like at the end of the outside zone. Basically,
uh,
you can be at the end of that, and you can just see them coming at you, and they're all right in the walls at that point.
yeah, that
And
is like my favorite all time. Like being on the bank and that middle box that you're talking about where they come into that second outside zone and they're hitting that inner clip and they're coming into the second
well,
outside
you
zone,
have
you
the
know?
one box where they're coming straight at you,
Yeah, that's
and
what I
then they
mean. Yeah,
transition in front of you, and that's also
yeah,
crazy. So
yeah. Yeah, that's
honestly,
like
it's
my all-time favorite shot to ever get, and I've only ever gotten it twice now,
yeah.
so this will be a very good time.
Oh yeah, dude. It's gonna be fun. Irwindale's such a cool atmosphere too. Like
It really
you,
feels like the end.
mm-hmm.
It really makes it feel like it is the
Yeah,
championship. I think we've talked about that, just like how I said, like how Vegas for Supercross feels like the end for them. You know,
exactly.
the show is good. Like stands are packed. There's tons of just stuff like people like showing up, celebrity people. You know, like
Right.
not
What's
that
up,
I could
Phil?
really give a damn, but it's cool that they care. What's up, Phil?
Yeah, no, it's honestly it's a cool event if you've never gone to. Like it's one of those events where like I don't know, like Irwindale's like the epitome of FD, I would say.
Yep.
The coolest atmosphere event to go is probably Atlanta. But as far as like the epitome of what Formula Drift is, I would say Irwindale. Um, well, maybe Long Beach, but like Irwindale is really like where it all kind of started. Well, not started, but like one of the places that they've been going to for a long time, and the people there are all super into it.
Yep.
Um, and obviously they got like the fireworks going and all kinds of stuff, and it's just it's a really cool. And then the layout itself, like if you're a media person, like you're walking in and out of like the hot pit, like where all the drama's happening, it's like right there.
Yeah,
So it's
really.
not it's
Yeah,
not
you
like
get to see all of it all the time.
yeah, it's not like 100. It's not like half a mile down the road like it is in half of the venues where hot pits is like way far away from the actual track. Like it's literally right there. So it's really
Yep.
fun to just kind of watch all the drama ensue. Um, but yeah, before we get too much into this, and we'll get more people involved, and then we'll actually talk about what's happening at Irwindale, which would be obviously, it's not the most
Really?
dramatic scenarios, but I still
Oh,
think it'll
there we
be
go.
interesting to check out what everyone can do. What's up, Flying Custard, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. I
I
mean,
just
I'm
have
sure he'll be in the FD chat when we start going live for all of the.
YouTube in dark mode. So much better, dude.
If you just
Golly.
found YouTube in dark mode,
Only on
because
my computer. On my phone, I've had it in dark mode for a
oh,
minute.
okay, I was about to say, man, like it's a life changer. And anyone
Yeah.
who doesn't like dark mode, then you're the
Your
problem
eyes
with the
are
world.
crazy.
Yeah, you are what's wrong with the world because dark mode is life. By the way,
Or they just
we got
like
Louie in here. What's
a
up,
little bit of pain. They like to give themselves a little just needles in the eyes.
dude? I can't
Wow.
do it. Like I
I just
literally.
changed my Google too. I just
Oh
did
really?
the whole kit and caboodle. I was like, bro, when I put it up on the other screen, that's what makes me look like a ghosty. Like I'm like I can't. I gotta have dark vibes. We gotta keep
For
this
real.
shit dark. I'm like if it's like the phone, I should be able to do darky.
Exactly. Is Wang making it out to this round? Do you know?
I I I
I
think
know. I know he blew that engine in Seattle, so he was kind of debating on bringing a different car out maybe to this round, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm not too sure. I hope he does, cause I mean that would be the whole gang. They're
Hmm.
all well. Who we're
Everyone's
missing?
supposed
Because
to go. I mean, I don't know about like Dean Carney and
yeah, I mean he just
Vaughn's
posted
supposed
on
to be
his
driving, so
he posted on his Instagram um like last year's highlights or him on the door of James Dean. This is Dean Carney that posted
yeah.
that, and I was like, I guess maybe that's like his signal that he's gonna show up. I hope.
I don't believe Osbo can knock Odie out of second Phil. I think that's pretty set in stone. Um,
Good for
but
him. Anyways, yeah, you drifted this weekend.
I
We'll get
did.
into yeah, we'll get
I
into
guess it's my
this.
first technical event that I brought my own car instead of like driving like schools or basically having lessons per se. And it was really cool. Like there's a relatively new organization. So I'm obviously from Michigan, and there's been a couple like organizations that have kind of come and gone in Michigan the last couple years, and there hasn't really been one that's just like been a staple like Club Loose over by you guys or Drift Indie
Yeah,
down in Ohio. Um, the
I
irony
don't know what
is,
the Florida one or something.
yeah, but
Beta
like there's
something.
never
Yeah,
really been like a staple organization for Michigan. Really, it's kind of been like hit or miss. And so there's these new guys called Mid Michigan Drift, and they're all like buddies. I kind of so when I first started filming, ooh, that's a nasty crash by Vaughn. I forgot about that one.
yeah,
Um, the um these guys all kind of came into drifting around the time that I started getting into filming. So when I was still filming like a bunch of local events and stuff, I kind of became friends with all of them. A couple of them are like part of the Bobby's Crew guys, or just you're just friends that I've known for a good bit, and
yep.
they basically now are running events in Michigan, and they all sell out, which is crazy. Like they're getting 60, 80 drivers at different events. Like this event I went to, they capped it at 60 and it sold out. They could have had more if they wanted, but the cool thing is so this event was like all about driver progression for new people actually, and so they really wanted to prioritize and not have too many people so that because what they do is they have like basically people that are kind of running the event. They also have like instructors that kind of help, and they just literally are giving you pointers and trying to help you, you know, basically learn to drive because their goal
Yeah.
is so they have like the same A B C group system that you guys kind of have.
Yep.
And their goal is to basically just get more A group drivers, you know, and
Yeah. More
progress
tandeming.
people.
Yeah.
Well, it's that you can have more drivers when you have A group drivers because they go a lot faster through the event
Yep.
than say C group where you can only send one person at a time kind of thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
So it's one of those things where like their goal is to really just progress, and then if they can get more local A group drivers then it helps them out too, but also they just want to
Yeah.
help you, you know. it's
It's
it's not it
basically
wasn't
like
a,
a clinic, but not.
it's
But
it
yeah,
wasn't
no,
a
it's a
clinic
regular
because
event. They
we
just
did have the full A B C group,
yeah.
so there were A group drivers. um but I think with this event, they just made sure they had a lot of people there that could help the C group drivers kind of learn how to do things. Luckily, I had a friend that came down kind of with me that basically sat in the car next to me and kind of was giving me help and pointers as well. And so basically, C group was divided into two different sections. It was basically your beginner, like starter, novice section, which is where I started, and then you had this once you kind of proved that you could at least, you know, do some initiate, do donuts, and then transition to like a second gear corner. Then they put you over to the other what's called the short course, and it's a really tricky technical course actually. So
Yeah.
it's called Jackson Speedway. It's like an old well, it's not old, but it's like a looks old actually. But it's a go kart track, and it's actually really technical. But it was really fun. I by the end of the day, I did link it, but that's not without lots of frustrations on the fact that the car drives completely different. So for those who don't know, I bought an E36, and it drives completely different than the other cars I've ever driven. Like the one I have the most seat time in is a 350Z, and that has a lot, and it was set up by Reese, so it has a lot of self steer, and you just basically let the wheel go some of the time, basically, and like just catch the car. With the E36, when I would clutch kick in to like basically go into like this donut around a barrel, I kept over rotating because I was waiting for the wheel to basically catch up when you transition the car into that,
Yeah, this is
and
no caster.
it wasn't catching it. So I had to instead of basically letting the wheel catch up, I had to throw it with wherever direction I wanted to go, and then it ended up working. But it took me half the day to figure that out. The actual second gear part was easy, but no,
Yeah.
honestly, like it was a lot of fun. It was frustrating at first, but at the end of the day, if I was able to link the course once, and that kind of was like a good cap on the day, and we got a
Yeah.
ton of laps. Like it was really cool to.
A lot of Club Loose vibes, honestly, from because they split their
Yeah.
C group and B
Hmm.
group. Well, B group now I think is the full track.
Right.
But C is still, yeah, split it up. They typically always have like one person down on the back course that's going to like be there for you, like, and tell you like, yo, dude, you're doing the same mistake. Like, clearly you have to do this, or what's
Hmm.
wrong with your car? Like one or
Right.
the other. Like, let's figure this out.
Yeah,
So
and
it's cool to see that.
yeah, and what people ended up telling me was like, yeah, with E36s, you really kind of need to throw the wheel or it to where you want to go, and you don't really, as opposed to like a 350Z, which drives completely different, where you're kind of letting go of the wheel and and then catching it,
Yeah.
and letting the self steer do the work. But
Is it on full like actual like strut, like true coil suspension now? Like even in the rear, does it have it's
uh,
OG, just
no,
like that
it's
stupid the
coilovers.
spring in
Although
the cup?
it's coilovers. It's got VCs on it.
Okay.
But I mean, it's just so obviously I rode in the car like a couple weeks prior to this event, and Sean who drove it, drove Killcare just fine how it was. So I didn't want to change like any of the alignment, and just kind of drive it and figure out
Yeah. See how it
myself.
went. Yeah.
And I mean, there's some changes that I probably might make on the just car and the setup in general. But as far as like the actual car, like
Yeah.
and the feeling, like it was super fun. And uh, I mean, I even learned a couple of the technical things that I overlooked or need to like kind of keep tabs on and whatnot on the car. But overall, like it was honestly like it was such a fun event, and
How many
uh,
tires did you go through?
none.
Really?
Yeah, I went through like probably half the tread of a tire. It's all on
That's
concrete, so it doesn't use tires at all. And I
oh
wasn't
crap.
going fast. You don't go. It's a second gear track. It's just super, super technical. Even the A group drivers are telling me like it's a really hard track.
Yeah.
Um, because when you throw the car in, it's like a quick you slow way down, and then it's a quick transition into a second
Yeah, so you're
corner.
snapping really hard.
It's super, yeah. And then but yeah,
No
yeah.
Sarah today there, Phil.
No,
She might
Sarah's
make a
on.
guest appearance.
She's on a vacation.
It's a little family vacay. That's
Yeah,
all going on.
but
Hmm.
I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like I would probably have burned more tires if I would have moved on earlier.
True,
But
yeah.
it's still is like
It's all right.
it's not. It's a
You were just
really nice
saying you
track
need
for
more
tires.
wheels too.
Yeah,
So,
I
so
finding wheels for this car has been interesting. Not gonna
yeah.
because I'm
I
trying to
mean,
keep the same style, but now I'm just realizing like it might be a lost hope. Like they're type. The thing is called Type Fives, is what they are. BMW wheel Type Fives, or no,
mhm.
Style Fives. I think they're Style Fives, and yeah, finding the wheels that are the same that I have on the car, because the car sits really nice on them, is like
Yeah, it does. It looks good.
impossible. But
Yeah, it looks like a nice, just stock body, like
yeah,
not really fully abused yet,
yeah,
but yet low key it is.
yeah,
It's about to withstand a lot more. Maybe
exactly.
34 laps in a stadium track over the weekend once you're 6 stars. Yeah, I mean
That
definitely you're carrying a lot. You're on the throttle like the whole
yeah, you
time.
got to remember, like, I'm not driving like full course layouts and stuff, and I'm not as good of I'm like obviously a novice, so it's. I feel like if I wanted to, I probably could burn more tires if I wanted to, or
Yeah.
not like if I was better, So
Yeah, I mean you could
I am
like
not a
really
gauge
left
for
foot
regular
brake and
drifting.
shit.
Yeah,
Just let it really eat and just be in the brake and just roast the tires around this
yeah,
little course. But like
yeah.
ultimately you'll be going slower.
I think I found Phil. There's literally one video I've seen of just me doing in the first section of the first course. It's a pretty terrible video. Like I'm like in and out of throttle, and I'm just like, oh, that's so ugly. Just get it off the screen. Because I was like, it was when I was having issues catching the car, and I was like legit staying off throttle, waiting for the car to catch, and it wouldn't catch.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's just because I didn't throw the wheel, and if I would have thrown the wheel, it would have been fine. Um, but yeah,
It's
I
all
have a
good.
second event, so maybe I might throw some GoPros on the car this time because I feel like I can actually drift a couple corners now. But that's beside
You
the
got
point.
to, dude. That's free link coverage.
Yeah, but it's like it's not something I would put on Link's channel. Like I don't
Well,
know.
why not? Their own
Be,
social media guy is out doing this thing, support, and he
but
knows
like
which company to run. Hashtag ad, hashtag sponsor.
yeah, no. But yeah, no, honestly, I'm here to kind of talk about, and I'm sure everyone else is here to actually talk about Irwindale.
Taco.
Talk about. And I guess we can just kind of get right into it. We earlier we're talking about how much we enjoy the actual like event. It's well put on event. So let's
Wait,
check out who's actually driving this event. And I think pretty much
who
everyone
are
should
we
be.
missing? But like, what is that Byron?
What do you mean?
Like, who is it that is? Did we just never have enough from the start? I don't know because it's been so many events that there's been
All
like
right.
3 people that just don't come anyway.
I think there's always been one Byron, I believe.
So we need like one other.
Which, Stookie gets it. Lucky boy.
Yeah, no, I'm not upset for him. It's just crazy to me
Yeah.
because one, either I can't remember, or two, we've never had enough to fill the seating bracket ever.
Yeah, right.
We
So,
just need one more booty to fill that seat.
yeah, I'm hoping FD makes some changes to kind of to do that. And like I said, either whether a wild card system or something, just to get some new faces in this bracket, because I think it would add a lot.
Mm,
Kristaps was Kristaps here? I don't think he was
did
here.
he do Atlanta this year? Is that me? Oh man, what the hell is that thing fucking? Quit
Is it?
honking! Quit honking! What the hell's going on out there? This ain't Halloween.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't think Kristaps drove this year. I don't remember, unless it was like you said, Atlanta, but I don't think he did.
Was this year the year that him and Vaughn went against each other, or was that last year?
That was last year.
Okay,
Pretty sure.
then I don't think he competed at
Yeah.
all this year.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got our first matchup, and
What a kick in the pants! I
is it
honestly
is it
feel.
is it? I think it's deserved. I
I
think
think
these are
it's
two
also
guys.
that's I was gonna say I feel like it's a kick in the pants one, but I'm more 60% on yeah good because
These two guys didn't drive for most of the year, so it's good that they
yeah
get to go against each other. I think it's fair, and it's a
a
good
little
thing.
little punishment for him
Yeah, for not showing up.
because Yeah, because this is it. I mean, you, it's equal opportunity, 50-50 chance of somebody that hasn't driven all year to just continue to not drive.
All right. What's up, Hugh? All right. So
So
who?
yeah,
So obviously you haven't seen either of these guys all year. I mean, who you
yeah, but
got?
Vaughn, I'm
Uh,
gonna say Vaughn,
I mean,
but
Vaughn has been driving this year, just not in FD.
dude, him and Ben doing they had the exact layout of Irwindale wherever they were in
Okay.
like North Carolina, like that
Yeah.
they've been practicing on, and that shit's just like he should be fine. I think he'll fit right back into his position of as long as he keeps it out of the wall, you
Mm-hmm.
know. As is anything, but yeah, I think that his stepping away doesn't really affect him as much. Him
As
being the
Dean.
one, yeah, as Dean in a Viper, even though he's been driving it for years, but this is Vaughn's crafted car,
Mm-hmm.
like this thing is built around, like everyone is built around him, and then
Yeah.
it's like a la carte for their liking.
Right.
But yeah, I think that he's gonna take this one
I agree.
from
I
Dean.
mean,
I wouldn't.
just
I would love to see a Dean Carney will take over there,
it would be
but
wild. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It would be kind of wild to see Vaughn get knocked out first round.
it really would. I don't think he would be a happy camper. But
No.
I think like I in like a shitty way, I feel like Ben on the inside would feel so happy. Be like, yes, like, like.
He's like, I'm not the only one.
Literally, I'm not the only one. Everybody, get off my back. Yeah,
So Phil asks if they do wild cards would it have to be prospect guys, and I say no, absolutely not. There's plenty of great drivers out there that have proven themselves in the past, and I think it would be great to have them out. Even foreign drivers, just letting them drive around, like they do that all the time. Like Adam went, not this year, last year. He went to Poland last year
yeah,
and drove somebody else's car. So, like I think there's so many different people that you could have out. Let's have
yeah.
Justin
It's like a
Pollock out
little,
for a round. Or
little
something.
guest appearance. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he's out there. It's
Right.
just like, what did you say? Or that Ken Gucci told you? He's just here to mess up the points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hmm
like I'm just here to mess up the points, man. Like, and hell yeah, like after you said that, I'm like, that's pretty gangster to say such a thing like that.
Oh
So,
man, what's up, Malik? It's all
and
good,
Chris,
guys.
hello,
Um.
fellas.
So yeah, it doesn't need to be an FD. Like I, I personally think like FD needs to look at something kind of like that to really improve the seating bracket because I love the idea of seating bracket. We've had this conversation before, but
Hmm.
like adding wild cards into this, I think would be top notch. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sarah's on vacation, Malik, so she's out on a boat somewhere. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, doing cool
Doing
stuff.
vacation stuff.
Yeah, doing cool stuff.
Oh man. So do you think the C8 Matt Field is finishing off will be at this round? I don't know why it would be. He brought it out last year, which I thought was kind of weird.
Oh, he did.
Um, yeah, it was
Oh yeah,
at
it
it
was
was
just
at
like
Irwin.
bear show or
Yeah,
whatever. Well, yeah, I wasn't there, but
yeah,
I
which
just
I'm
remember
I'm
seeing the
I'm cool. Like
pictures.
I'm all about it. Like I'm glad that he brought it out. It looks cool, but I don't. If it's not, I
Dude,
don't know
that
why
thing's
he would bring
running
it
and
out
wrapped.
unless he's
It's
building
pretty
it in Florida,
close.
right?
Oh, I don't know.
I assume he's building it because I see him working on it all the time, and I assume it's in Florida.
Where does he live? I thought he was a California guy.
Really? I thought he was in Florida. Could have sworn
Anybody
Matt
know?
Field's in Florida.
He might know. I don't really know.
He
He's a
doesn't
big
act.
boat guy,
He
so like
doesn't.
it could be either way.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't act like he's from California.
He certainly wouldn't act like a Californian.
Yeah. I
I'm
don't know.
sure over the
He
last few
might. I
weeks.
mean, he
Yeah.
did bring it to Irwindale last year, so maybe he's got like a sponsor obligation or something to bring it out. So, it would be cool to
Uh,
see though. Honestly, like It's a. Oh, he is in Cali. Okay.
I would
Yeah.
love to see
So
that.
I mean,
Uh,
I saw it last year and I already thought it was sweet. So.
like I'm not the biggest fan of the C8s. I think
Oh
that
yeah,
they're actually,
feels like oh he's Beast from the Bay. I'm like oh yeah,
yeah,
duh.
beast from the fucking bay,
I
dude.
mean to be honest, there's a bunch of bays out there, but yeah.
Right here, hey, baby. I'm in the club.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
but yeah, no, I would like to see it. I'd like to see it running though. I mean,
Hmm.
I'll look at
Isn't
pictures
it
of it.
like an 8-to-1 collector? I haven't kept
Yeah,
up
I
on
think
it.
it's gonna thing sounds sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. I'm
It's gonna
excited.
like a F1 type car,
Mm-hmm.
a high like quick revving. But yeah, I think that the like stock like out of the factory, I think it's the wheels that Chevy chose to put on these things, and they are just flat faced.
Oh, they're
Like
so ugly, dude. They're
it's
so bad. Even the
terrible.
CO6s have terrible wheels.
It's
I'm
like,
like, guys,
man, if you were to just put a little, just a concave on those, it would probably look so much better, even with
yeah.
the
They're
crappy
also
style that they
they're
are.
also like monster trucks. If you ever look at the
Well,
wheel
yeah, that
fitment, it's awful.
yeah, they got like that much
Yeah.
room, and they're
I'm
like
like,
19s or something.
it's like, bro, you going off of jumps or something? Like, damn.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, dudes be eating that up. Whatever,
Mhm. I
cool,
have
good for them.
I drove not the Z06 but the Stingray. It's
Yeah,
it's so boring to drive because there's no scariness to it. Like there's no sketchiness. It's just it goes as fast as you want wherever you want. And I'm like, "Oh, it's boring. Like it handles great. Like it
everything's
doesn't
good
act like
on.
it wants to kill me at all. It's like
Damn.
it's super fine tuned and everything. I'm like, "Dang. It's actually a really nice car, but like I don't like it because
Yeah,
it's
it's too
because
too comfortable.
there's no rattling interior and
Yeah, nothing like it's not trying to kick out on me or you know Jerry Yang's Toyota NASCAR. No, I did not. But I feel like with Daigo really becoming more prominent in the social media again, like
Mhm.
posting almost every like 8 hours, like him with a V8 Supra or his little Skylines, like, and then everybody's like eyes have widened and they're like, how much is SB2? And it's like 23. It's like, wait, I could have one of those instead of
Right.
this? It's like, I don't give a damn about anything else. I want to, I think that
Yeah.
they're going to become a lot more popular very soon. I think it's like one of the, I could be completely wrong, but like a NASCAR style motor is meant to be high revving,
Mhm.
for long durations and like, drag racing motors, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like obviously not long, but like
As long as you put a good limiter on it, it should live.
yeah. I know that like out of the box they're not making
Mhm.
the most torque, but they're making horsepower and they're still making like 600 fucking foot-pounds of torque.
And they sound pretty nice.
That's what I'm here for. Here for the sounds. I don't care about
Exactly.
anything else.
Yeah. No, I think it's kind of funny though. A couple more NASCARs have popped up. Obviously, Drift Games did the NASCAR,
Yeah.
and then Gum Out. There was that Gum Out Ryan Turk one,
Yeah,
with like
don't
the two
and
or Dylan. Or was it Dylan?
yeah.
Yeah, they did
Yeah.
one a couple years back. So it's kind of I'm curious to see if people kind of bring out more like stock cars and stuff and start driving them. Could be
Well,
kind of funny.
that's yeah, I think it was Dylan that did it. I felt
Hmm.
like that Turk also had a time where he did some NASCAR stuff too.
Well, he's got that Judd V10 in his
Yeah.
Supra,
Yeah.
which is wild.
Yeah. And then the Ferrari motor,
And
of
the Ferrari
course.
motor,
The
yeah.
classic, yeah.
Hmm. That thing sells crazy. It's still funny when I talk to him about it. He's like, yeah, that thing is so wimpy.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine driving that. That thing has
he's
got no
he's like, it's
like
so slow.
yeah,
It
you
makes
really
all
have to keep
horsepower and no torque, and it's just like, this is not a good drift
eh,
engine.
no, not at all. It just sounds cool
It
when he
sounds
revs it
great,
and it
but
makes like the claps,
hmm
like it smacks at the end.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
yeah. All
yeah.
right, I guess we should actually talk about Irwindale. We kind of get sidetracked a little bit there, bud.
Yeah. But yeah,
um,
so yeah, Vaughn. All right,
yeah,
you
we're
got
picking Vaughn on that one. actually probably I can actually throw something up in the chat. I kind of should do that. All right, you talk about the next battle while I do this.
We got Dmitry Bruschi and Rudy Hansen. Another battle of the two boys here. I feel like they've met each other far too many times this year. I think honestly, even in the seeding bracket, I feel like they've met each other before. Like I feel like it's been like two other times now. This will be
Yeah,
the third. It's
no,
crazy.
for sure.
So, but they also have double the opportunity to do that because pro spec and pro. So I might just be going crazy there because they've doubled down in both aspects. I think this should be a pretty good battle here. I
Right.
don't think either of them really has the upper hand. Uh, I might honestly say Rudy might take this from him. I
Yeah,
think that's a bold thing.
that's a bold take. Yeah.
I think Dimitri overall is like smoother, but I feel like Rudy might just
Mm-hmm.
put it all on the line here. He's got nothing else. It's the end. It's the end of the season.
Yeah, that's true. I think I'm picking Dimitri. I think he's had good rounds at Irwindale before.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna have a good round actually. He's one of the guys that I think's one to watch out for.
Rudy drove here before too,
Oh yeah,
right?
he's
Back.
driven Irwindale a bunch, but I like Dimitri's runs.
I was just curious, like for FD though. I know we Prospect used to be back there. That was cool
Yeah,
times.
I think he did it for Hot Pits
Hot
maybe.
pit,
Yeah.
got you,
Mm-hmm.
bro. East Coast. Sorry, Phil.
I know he's turning on his own people. It's
Listen, dude.
crazy.
I downloaded the sports betting app, and now look, I'm like, I'm making. I can't bet on FD though in the state, so that's kind of really cool. Not really, but yeah. I mean, if I was to pick odds here, I feel like Rudy would have a bigger payout.
I mean, he would have
And
a
just
bigger payout, but I'm still picking Dimitri. I'm
yeah, I'm
safety
just taking
Sally
the
on this one.
I'm taking the educated. I'm like educated guessing how he's gonna act, and it could either be really good or really bad. So hopefully the car
Yeah.
works. I'm rooting for you, Rudy here. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
All right. So on to the next battle, and these guys have definitely gone at each other before.
yeah, yeah. I can't believe it. I guess he could put a poll in there.
Yeah, I
Damn,
know.
that would be really demoralizing if you all voted to kick me. Thought you
Yeah.
liked me. Damn. I'm voting no. I'll be the only one.
Yeah, I was thinking of like a poll to do, and I couldn't really think of a good one that because you can only do four answers. So I was like, ah.
Well, I mean, at the end, you like when we go through them all, you could ask. We'll ask everybody what they think. Who they think the
Who's
seeding
gonna win?
bracket winner. Yeah,
Oh, I bet we can do that. All right.
yeah.
I I picked wrong in this last time because I had Thorn beating Hobson, so I don't know if I should do that again.
I'm picking
Although
Ben again because of
you're
all the
picking Ben,
practice, all the practice he's been doing. He looked good too.
yeah. Although I was just watching top 16 and Thorn made top 16 last year at this event, so
Yeah, another one where both of them are really just, I
it's
think,
gonna
going to be
it's gonna
putting it all on the line.
oh yeah, it's gonna be a good battle. I'm excited for it. I think I'm gonna pick Thorn just to be the contrarian here on
That's
this one.
fair.
Uh,
He
I think
he
it's gonna be a
does.
party of a battle though.
His car is gonna look so much better here too, being blue and like under
Hmm.
the lights and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna look nice.
it's. I have a feeling it will be missing body panels though, the way he drives. So
Yeah, he's gonna blow a couple off probably in practice.
yeah,
He's gonna be like Austin Motto, but doing it his own
yeah,
damn self.
yeah,
That's all.
yeah. It's so funny. Like he
Throwing
loves.
sneak might be for the old seating bracket here.
I agree. It's definitely. I think that might be one of the best first battles because I feel like the Vaughn Kearney battle is just gonna be like someone's gonna mess up and that's gonna be it. It's not gonna be like close.
Or the car won't be working right.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Something
yeah,
weird's gonna happen with that battle. So I think the Thorne Hobson battle might be like the hardest one,
yeah.
or like
I
the
think it's like the I don't want to say like the coolest, but like in a way like I'm waiting for it types.
hmm
I don't know how to even put that in words. But then hard to beat when you give it to the
like
rooms.
if we
Yeah,
were doing odds, I feel like their odds would be pretty similar.
yeah. Somehow both negative.
Yeah,
They would just be like equal.
exactly. All right. So then we're gonna move over to the other side of the bracket, and we got actually I probably could zoom in. I probably should be a good person and zoom in so we can at least see some of this stuff.
They're
Um,
beautiful faces.
yeah. So we got Derek Madison and Kyle Mohan. And I believe this is the battle of who has the working car.
Yeah. I mean, Mohans has been working, but like he just
But the thing is, if Derek's
he
car is
don't go
working, I feel like he
fast.
wins.
Well, yeah,
I think I think that's what I was
maybe
trying
I
to
don't
make.
know, but like he might not though because he really only starts driving super good when there's like James Dean on him.
Yeah.
So like he might get through his mind like, oh, it's Kyle Mohan. Like, what's he gonna do? He's gonna
hmm
be slow. Is he gonna like shimmy, shake this, that? So he can't drive. And then like if
I don't
he
know.
chases, I don't know how this
If
might go.
Derek has a running car, I think he wins.
I think Derek will win too.
But
I think on
that's a
paper,
big if because there's been many scenarios where it does not look like the car is going to run.
he's just got to super glue the supercharger belt down.
How about super glue his supercharger together? Because
Oh well, that's too. Yeah, that just blew up. Yeah, that's right. Well, maybe ratchet strap over the top. I don't know.
yeah,
So
throw some super glue in the little wheel. I think it'll help.
yeah,
Keep it
just
together.
just fucking just like sash it on there like it's
Yeah.
like Jesus thing like holy water. That's it. It's like
That is, yeah. Gotta bless the car before it goes out,
yeah,
or else
but
it.
it's with super glue. Mhm.
Oh my gosh! All right.
All right, good
I,
luck, Derek. Good
yeah,
luck.
right. It's like we talked all this bad juju now, and he's like,
Yeah.
guys, why did you have to say that?
Oh, I mean, it's the way the cookie crumbles.
Oh boy,
Uh,
you're
it's the way
struggling today, aren't you,
it's
bud?
the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah,
Um,
you know,
do you want me to kind of crush your soul right now, bud?
everybody voted no. Oh, 80%. I hate you all.
No, no, no. Wait, should we? Oh, I read it wrong. Should we vote Herbie off the show? 80% no.
I see
Only
that.
only
Oh, that's
20%
good.
said yes. That is a win. I think
Oh,
for
I love
Herbie.
you all. I take it back.
oh,
Reading is fundamental.
oh man. But
All right, Pikel Power. Do it for USA here. Sorry, Joe.
is Power gonna make the event though? That is the actual. That's actually a question.
He lives in Cali now,
True, he
so
does.
he doesn't have to make the full east to west trek.
hmm
But Zhao also
Well, Mike's car is
ca-
pretty hurt from was it Seattle?
Seattle. Yeah, he called
Yeah.
out of Utah, and Zhao called out of Utah too. A bunch of call out of work guys here.
Yeah.
um, was
I'm,
Zhao? Was he at Seattle too? I feel like he missed two back to back.
yeah, I don't think he was at Seattle either.
I think he was facing some issues. I appreciate you all. I'm reporting the poll now. Oh man.
It's all
Sorry.
good though.
Good.
It's all good. I'm picking Power for this one, but again, this will be another close one. I feel like I feel like a lot of these battles actually get really close. And I just I just feel like all of these guys, and at least in the last couple events, we've had so many like broken cars or just guys that have missed to where
Yeah.
this has kind of been like disappointing.
Yeah.
But like
Unfun.
but like I'm hoping with this obviously being the last event, we get everyone coming in. I really hope this kind of brings back some of that like first couple of events vibes where like it was pretty on fire
Yeah.
with the battles. So because a lot of these look really good, and honestly, half of them could probably go either way, or most of them probably go either way. So
Yeah. It really
uh,
is like who said it was? Yeah, Chris said is a coin toss. It really is like a coin toss. You don't know how either could act. I know Mike the first year that I shot like pro or that he was doing pro or whatever, he rode that wall and was just like on limiter the
mhm.
entire time. I know like the judges don't really love that, but like man, he just buried that thing in there, had a killer run, and like he can and does do heater runs more often now, I feel
I think
like, until
I think his practice runs are usually pretty
they
solid.
get
It's always the
they're
competition
really good.
side.
He's a big head guy, just like I am. Like you get in your own brain and you fall apart. You just deteriorate
Yeah,
yourself.
you
It's
just do
like
a lot of big head.
you do a lot of big head guy stuff.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's good. All right, and moving on, Diego Higa and
Yeah.
Federico Stravifo.
Well, I find it crazy that Diego's in there, but
Yeah, honestly, like Diego's been driving pretty solidly this year. I just think he's had some bad luck on some matchups
yeah.
and some bad lucks on some calls. Because he's one of those guys you watch him practice and he's like on people's doors all the
Yep.
time, and then just he either just pushes a little too hard or misjudges
Yep.
one corner, and then it's okay. The other goes to the other guy because the other guy was just more consistent. So
Yeah.
I'm picking Diego on this one. Uh,
I'm
Freddie
picking
just looks like
I'm
he's always he hasn't been great this year. I just feel like he's been had issues with the car a lot. I don't know.
well, he just has
It's a
something to
Ferrari
say
to begin
after
with.
every time that something goes wrong with the car. It's
Yeah,
like, man, you did that.
yeah.
You chose this life.
If I had like not like one wish, but like if there was some things that I would love to see for next year, seeing Federico Schrifo in an S15.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
I want to see him in a car that's not a
S-
Ferrari.
Same design though,
Yeah,
with the
S15 or
cool
like a
yellow and white
yeah,
stripe.
S15 or like a BMW E46, something that drives good. I just want to see what this guy can actually do because I feel like we've never actually seen this guy drive to his fullest potential.
Alfa Romeo Quiglia or whatever they're called. It's like the make a deal or whatever, and you're like, how about you do either one of these? And it's like, how about something else really
Right.
incredibly difficult to maintain and no parts for?
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
I mean it's
I
hard.
do
This one's
love his
hard for me
car.
to go against Higa on this one, just because I've loved how he's driven this year.
I feel like what's gonna happen is Higa's gonna put down. Well, does this like who's on left and right? Does that matter who's leading or chasing first, or do we not know?
I don't know. I would assume the lower number is who goes first. That I would assume. What's up,
Okay. Uh,
Crystal?
hey, I was gonna say if Diego led first, he would take off on him,
Mm-hmm.
and then Federico would then do all in his head like choke up stuff, and then get ran
Yeah.
over by Diego, and then it would be another helmet toss situation, and like you know.
he
King
he gives him
Carson
one of
Ratchet.
these, and it's like
Yeah, literally, yeah. But yeah, Dan, that is probably how it would be. Honestly, you just something simple, you know.
Dan Savage said Freddy in an S
Yeah.
chassis is like Dean Carnage when he rented Forces S14 at Wall and beat him. For real, dude. Like,
Yep.
can we get some of these guys in some cars that are like competitive? Not that the Viper's not competitive, but it's such a hard car it looks like to drive that it's like,
Yeah, it's a lot swinging around. You know, like it's just I don't even want to say it's a lot of power because they all
right.
make the same amount of power. But like
Mm-hmm.
just the way how it like comes on or something, it's like in a flash. Like there's no control to it. Your throttle manipulation has to be absolutely, I imagine, insane in a car like that. And then like the same thing with the Ferrari, like the torque isn't necessarily the same as what a Jay-Z is gonna be or something, you know, like
Mm-hmm. Right. Also, Dan,
angle kits, things of that nature.
just a quick question. Uh,
That is
obviously,
Chris.
you had a rough looked like running down at Drift Appalachia's. How's the car doing? I'm just curious
I
because
saw I saw the Mike Perez detail job that he had you holding on for dear life to get you home. He took that piece of tape off and it was like Legos.
Oh man, yeah, that looks really scary. Your crash, the in car is just like, oh no, and you see it coming almost kind of like a mile away too. You just know
Not,
when it's
you
not
can
going to go
try as hard
well,
as you
and
want,
there's
yep.
nothing you can do about it, and you're just like, this is bad.
Yeah. It's like, oh, the rest of that road just is broken away.
Yeah,
It's crazy. That's
fix
exactly where I was going.
fixing my 2F panels now.
Hell yeah. Hell
That's
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm glad you're all right though, man. Like that's got to be scary. Obviously you're going that fast, and then all of a sudden there goes the road.
Just
Bye.
looking for something to do in the off season.